At the beginning of the movie, we are shown some soldiers who are undergoing their training, and then we are shown a man named Michael there. He is also an army officer. Now after training there for some time, everyone goes to their camp, but Michael is sitting there very sad. Seeing this, his friends come to him and start asking about him, on which Michael tells them that today I am going to propose my girlfriend Abby for marriage, but I don't know if she will agree to marry me or not. Hearing this, his friend tells him that there is no need to be afraid because Abby also loves you very much, so she will definitely accept your proposal. After hearing this, Michael also gets some courage. After that he goes to his house at night where his girlfriend Abby sees him, and Abby has prepared a very good dinner for Michael there. Seeing this, Michael becomes very happy, and after that both of them hug each other. And then Michael takes out the ring from his pocket and proposes Abby. Seeing this, Abby becomes very happy and accepts his proposal. After that both of them start kissing and get intimate there itself. Now the next day when Michael was about to go to his camp after getting ready, he gets a call from the hospital, and he is told that his father had a heart attack while working, due to which he is currently admitted in the hospital. Hearing this, Michael gets very upset. Abby comes to him and starts talking to him, and then Michael also tells Abby about his father. Abby tells him that if this is the case then you will have to go and meet your father once. But here Michael refuses to meet his father, because Michael hated his father a lot, so he tells Labby that my father loves money more than me, and that is why we both have not met for many years. Hearing this, Abby explains to him, you should go meet him at least once. If something happens to him, you will regret it for the rest of your life. Listening to Abby's words, Michael understands and decides to visit his father at the hospital. When he arrives, the doctor tells Michael, your father has completely recovered now. You can take him home, but you need to take care of him for a few days. After hearing this, Abby tells Michael that we have to go to his house and take care of him. Michael also agrees. After that both of them take Roldan to his house, and as soon as they reach his house, Abby is very surprised, because Roldan was very rich, so his house was also very big and luxurious. Now the next day when Abby brings vegetables from the market, she leaves the vegetables with Michael and goes to do her work. Seeing this, Roldan tries to help Abby by picking up the vegetables and taking them to the kitchen. But during this, Michael's phone accidentally falls down from his hands and breaks. Michael gets very angry, so he starts abusing Roldan. After that he goes to his room, and after some time Abby comes there and tells Michael that you should not have talked to your father like this, because he would not have done all this intentionally. Hearing this, Michael gets more angry, so he says that when I was young my mom died in a car accident, but my father was always busy in his work and he never gave time to his family. That is why I do not like him. After hearing this, Abby explains to him that whatever was supposed to happen has already happened, so now you should forget all these things and move on. But Roldan was also listening to all this from outside, so he feels very bad. Now the next day when Michael is sitting outside, Roldan comes there and starts talking to him, where he apologizes to Michael and says that I also loved your mother a lot, but due to my work, I could not give much time to you people, but I did all this for you people so that you people do not have any shortage of money. After listening to this, Michael also realizes that he has also done wrong to his father, so he also forgives his father. The next day, all three of them start having lunch together, because everything was fine between them now. And then there, Roldan takes out some money and gives it to Michael, because Michael had taken a loan from the bank to build his house, and seeing this, Abby also becomes very happy. When Michael is with his father, then the scene shifts and we are shown some army soldiers, where the army officer tells all of them that we are going to go on a mission soon, and this mission is going to be very dangerous for us, because our enemy has very advanced weapons, due to which we can even lose our lives there. So now whatever days are left for the mission, you all should spend those days with your family. Who knows, maybe after the mission is over no one will be able to come back. After hearing this, everyone comes home and Michael also comes home and tells this to his dad and Abby. Both of them feel very bad after hearing this, and then he tells Abby that after I leave, you stay with my dad and take care of him. Hearing this, Abby also agrees. After that everyone goes to sleep at night, but Michael was very sad there because the very next day Michael was going to go on his mission. Seeing this, Abby comes to him and returns his ring. She tells him, give me this ring only after you return from the mission, and then we will get married. Michael becomes very emotional. After that, the two become intimate right there. The next day, Michael bids farewell to his home and leaves for the camp. Seeing him go, Roldan and Abby feel very sad. After reaching the camp, Michael and his team start making a plan. However, Michael notices that his friend was very upset there, so Michael goes to him and starts convincing him. And then the scene shifts and we are shown a scene of a week later, where Abby is sitting and talking with one of her friends, where she says that a whole week has passed since Michael left, but he has not called even once. Hearing this, her friend starts explaining to her. These two were talking to each other when she gets a call from Michael. But due to a poor network connection, they are unable to talk. Just then, a boy named Darwin arrives and tries to talk to Abby. However, Abby ignores him and leaves for her home. The next day, while Abby is cleaning the house, Roldan's girlfriend, Teresa, arrives. Teresa is not only Roldan's girlfriend but also his business partner. So there Roldan introduces Teresa to Abby. After that both of them go to his room, and after coming in the room both of them get intimate there. Now the next day when Abby and Roldan were having dinner, Teresa comes there, where she sees both of them together. Seeing this she starts suspecting that Roldan and Abby are having an affair. Now the next day when Abby goes to her work, then again Dr. Derwin comes there, because he also liked Abby a lot. But this time, Abby clearly tells Teresa that she is going to marry Michael in just a few days. Hearing this, Teresa becomes very upset. Just then, the scene shifts to Michael, where he and his team are fighting their enemies. Suddenly, the enemies drop a bomb on them, killing many of their comrades. A few days later, this tragic news reaches Abby and Roldan, leaving them both devastated. However, Abby is the one who suffers the most because she deeply loved Michael. A few days later, unable to bear the pain, Abby decides to leave Roldan's house. But then Roldan comes there and stops her because she had no one left. Hearing this, Abby also agrees. Now a few days pass like this, but till now Abby has not been able to forget Michael, so she started drinking a lot, and then one day Abby drinks a lot. Seeing this, Roldan picks her up and takes her to her room. But then there Abby starts seeing Michael in Roldan. Because of this, Abby tries to kiss Roldan, but seeing this, Roldan stops her and leaves the place. The next day, while they are having dinner, Abby apologizes to Roldan for the incident from the previous night. Roldan doesn't say anything to her. Days go by in this manner, and slowly, Abby begins to forget Michael's memories. She starts to feel much happier with Roldan. Then one day, when Roldan is showing Abby pictures from Michael's childhood, Abby becomes very emotional upon seeing them. Seeing this, Roldan starts taking care of her. But during that time, both of them come very close and then both of them start kissing, after which both of them go to their room and get intimate. Now the next day, when he is about to have lunch, he gets a call, seeing which Abby wakes up and then he comes to know that Michael is still alive, and he is in the hospital. Hearing this, Abby becomes very happy, after which both of them quickly go to the hospital. When they arrive there, they find out that Michael was captured by the terrorists and tortured severely. When the terrorists thought he had died, they discarded his body. However, he wasn't dead, and his friend found him and took him to the hospital, saving his life. A few days later, Michael is discharged from the hospital and returns home. However, he is still not fully recovered because he had been tortured so badly, leaving a significant impact on his mind. Now a few days pass like this, and then one night when Abby and Michael are together, Michael takes out the ring and makes Abby wear it. Seeing this, Abby becomes very happy. After that, both of them start kissing each other. But then suddenly Michael starts remembering the torture done by the terrorist, due to which he suddenly becomes very aggressive. Seeing this, Abby somehow handles him. The next day, when Teresa comes to meet Roldan, she notices that Roldan is looking at pictures of Abby on his phone. Seeing this, Teresa becomes convinced that Roldan is having an affair with Abby. Roldan tries to explain and calm her down, but Teresa doesn't listen to him. She gets up and goes directly to Michael. Once there, she tells Michael that with which other boy your girlfriend is having an affair. Hearing this, Michael gets very angry. After that, he takes out his gun and starts going towards Abby. But then Roldan comes there and stops him, and while explaining to him, he says that Abby has never loved anyone else except you, and when you were not here, I never saw her with any other boy. After hearing this, Michael calms down a bit, but still he does not agree, so he starts keeping an eye on Abby secretly. And then one day Michael sees Abby with Derwin. Seeing this, Michael becomes convinced that Abby is having an affair with another man. In a fit of rage, he goes directly to Darwin and tries to attack him. However, Abby intervenes and stops him. She somehow manages to take him back home. But Michael's anger doesn't subside, so he decides to go out and drink to calm down. But then he finds a girl there. On seeing her, Michael also starts talking to her. And after a while Michael takes that girl to a hotel room where they both get intimate. But then Michael realizes that he is doing wrong, so he asks that girl to leave from there. But here at home Abby was very upset because Michael had not come home since last night. Seeing this, Roldan comes to her and starts explaining to her. After that both of them go to the room and start kissing again. But then Michael also arrives there, and as soon as he goes into the room, he sees Abby and Roldan talking there. Seeing this, Michael does not say anything to both of them. Now that same night, when these three were having dinner, Michael starts telling his story of how he survived, and in the middle of the conversation, he takes out his gun and points it at Abby and Roldan, because Michael had come to know about their affair. Here Abby tries a lot to convince Michael, but he does not listen to anyone. That is why he tries to kill both of them, but he is not able to kill them both. So he points at himself. And then the scene shifts and we are shown a scene of a few days later, where we come to know that now the three of them have started living separately. And then one day Michael gets a letter which Abby had sent him. And there she had written apologizing that now she is leaving the city forever. And then he also comes to know that his father is also very ill. So now he has very little time left. So he goes to the hospital to meet Roldan. And there Michael hugs Roldan and starts crying as soon as he sees him. And with this the movie also ends here.